So welcome guys to Rising Coders era. Here I am to make coding simple and interesting. This is Python 100 plus days course and this is lecture number 5 where we are going to deal with the topic name if, elif, else statement. So we are just going to focus on the two real world problem statements. We are going to solve them and you will get the notes and source code inside the description. The one more thing is most important and that is your support guys. So like, share and subscribe our channel so that you will receive the latest notification on your device. So let's begin for today's video. Problem statement number 1. Write a Python program that shows battery level with messages like full charging or low charge now. Use if elif else to handle full charging and low lesser than 20% battery states. When the battery level is going to be greater than equal to 80, it is going to show the message that battery is fully charged. And when the battery level is going to be greater than or equal to 50, it is going to display the message as battery is partially charged. And when it is going to just go greater than equal to 20, then the message is going to be displayed as battery is low and else battery is low, please charge it. This is just we are just going to apply these cases using if elif else statement and then we can just find out the battery level. So we are just going to take one input from the user and that is going to be the battery level, and inside that we are just going to take the value from 0 to 100. Here's the problem statement number 2 and that is build a Python calculator using if, elif and else to handle the operations such as addition, multiplication, subtraction, division, remainder, square and cube. Use clear logic to choose the right operation based on user input. So here just we are going to create a small calculator and when the user is going to enter the one, the addition is going to be performed. When he is going to enter the second, the subtraction is going to perform. The user can also calculate the square, calculate the cube. So he is just going to enter the number for that particular operation to perform that particular operation. So let's begin for coding part. First of all, here we are just going to know the what is the basic if elif else code. And before moving this, we are just going to see the syntax for this. So what is if elif else? You can just see here power tool for controlling the flow of your program based on different conditions. Decision making determines which block of code gets executed. So just it tells that which code should be executed, which block of code must be executed. So here is the basic syntax. So if condition. So before this you just have to know the three keywords and that is if, elif and else. So if is the first condition and when it is going to not execute, then the elif condition will going to work, and when these both conditions are going to become false, then the else condition is going to be executed here. Okay, so when this condition is going to be true, this condition is only going to execute this one and this one is not going to be executed here. And when this condition is going to be executed, the condition number 2, then the first condition and second condition can't be executed, and when the third condition is going to execute, you can't execute the first and second condition here. Okay, so you can just see when this condition is going to execute, code to execute if condition is equal to true. When the condition is going to true, then only this condition is going to run, and same here and same here. Okay, so this is the else condition when these both conditions are going to be false, and at that time just else condition is going to be executed here. Okay, so let's begin from the basic of if elif else code, and just I'm going to write here first of all if, and when the value is going to be true, then print statement 1 else print statement 3, and I'm also going to take here elif case, elif print statement 2. Okay, statement 2, statement 3. Okay, so we have just want to give here something, so right now I'm just going to make it as false. So if you see here, when so this statement is true, so you can see here this is true, so it should execute this statement, print statement 1. So it should execute this statement 1. So let's run this code. So you can see the statement 1 is being printed here, because here you can just see this is true and this is false. Now when just I'm going to change and just make it false, if I'm going to make this false, 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 I'm going to execute, what must be the output? So here you can just see this one, so it printed the statement 3. The reason behind that was the first statement, first condition is false here, and the second condition is also false. When the both conditions are going to false, it is going to neglect them and just print the last statement, and that is going to be statement number 3. Now when I'm going to make this statement as true, then it should execute this statement number 2. Okay, so let's see. So you can see here it have just printed the statement number 2. So this is just the basic. Now when if elif, you can just add here more elif statements, elif, so you can add here, you can add it and you can just make it more and more as your requirement. You can just give here conditions and then you can just print it. So this is just the basic of if, elif, else. Okay, so when this is going to be true, so when this is going to be true, then this is going to execute. Wherever there is true, the code is going to execute. Now when I'm going to just write, I'm going to make this statement also true and this statement also true. Now what will be the output? It is going to print the statement number 1, which is going to be the first one. So it is just going to print the true, the first condition here. Okay, it is not going to print the second statement. So it must be the first condition, and it is going to just execute the first condition, which is going to be true, not the second one. Okay, so that's all. Now let's begin to the problem statement 1. We are just going to create a battery level indicator. Just it is going to tell the battery how is the battery and display the output. We are going to use here if, elif, else condition to check whether the battery is fully charged, partially charged, or battery is low, please charge. Okay, so we are just going to give these conditions. So first of all, we are just going to take the input from the user, and when the user is going to tell the percentage, we are just going to analyze it. Our code is going to analyze and just print the it is going to display on the screen everything. So first of all, we are going to create a variable named battery level. Is equal to, so here we are just going to create an input. We want the input, and we are just going to write enter battery level, and here just the user should enter from 0 to 100. Okay, now when user is going to enter from 0 to 100, this is the integer, so we just have to convert this into integer because this is going to take it in the format of string. So we are just going to write here int. Okay, after this we are just going to use the if condition, and when the battery level, okay, battery level is going to be greater than or equal to 80, at that point we are just going to print one message, and the message is going to be okay. So when the user is just going to enter the value as 80 or more than 80, it may be 85, it may be 95, it may be 100, so it must print this message. Okay, so let's check. Ask me, okay, this was the first, you can see this one output, and right now it is just asking for me. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to print here, right here the value as 95, and when just I'm going to enter, it is going to show the battery is fully charged. Okay, so that's all. Now what we are going to do, this is the first condition, and when my battery is going to be 50%, okay, so we are just going to use here the statement elif, okay, the word keyword elif, and when it is going to be greater than or equal to 50, okay, so at that time I want to print the message as battery is partially charged. Okay, So this message must be printed when the value is greater than 50, that must be 60, that must be 70, and it should if user enters 50 also, then also it should print this message. Here also similarly, when user is going to enter the 80 value, it should print this message. Next thing, elif, and when it is going to be greater than or equal to 20, we are just going to say the message as battery is low. Yes, so else what we are just going to do, when these conditions are not going to be satisfied, we are just going to write else print. So there will be the last condition, that is battery is low, please charge. Okay, so here also similarly I am going to use the exclamatory symbol. So this is all about this code. Now let's check it again, and when just I am going to execute this code, so here we will take the value as 21 and just enter it. So battery is low, so it is 20 or the greater than, so it should show this message. Then what we are going to do, we are just going to take the value lesser than 20, so we are going to take here value as 19, and when I am going to enter it, it should print this message, and yes, it has printed over there. We can just take one more example as 51. We will take here 51 and then enter. So battery is partially charged. So our program is working fine over here. So that's all. You will get the notes and source code in the description box. Okay, so let's begin to the next program, and here we are just going to create a calculator using if, elif, else statement. So we are just going to create addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, remainder, square and cube. Okay, so let's begin. What I'm going to do is just write print. So this is just I have written here, so same thing just I have copied here and just use the print statement. So what is going to happen when just we are going to do this, so let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to do, before executing this code, I should have to make this comment, otherwise it is going to execute all the time. Okay, so just commenting this, and this we are going to run this code. So when I'm going to run the code, you will find out that this is going to be displayed for the user, and user is going to just enter the choice. Suppose he wants the square root to find out of the particular value, then this is going to execute. So what we are going to do here, we are going to take 3 input from user. First of all, we are going to take the choice from user, and we are going to take the 2 numbers from the user. Okay, so on that 2 numbers, we are just going to perform the operations such as this addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So first of all, we are going to take one variable, that is going to be your choice, and again we are going to take the integer because we are just going to take the value as number. Okay, so it must be convert from string to the number. Int input, select your choice. Okay, select your choice, and this choice is going to be from 1 to, you can just see it, 1 to 7. Just you just have to enter from 1 to 7, and okay, so input. Okay, so here is spelling mistake, input. So after that, we are going to do one more thing, just copy this, and we are going to take the 2 numbers here. So first one is going to be your, we are going to give it variable name as a, and the next one is going to be b, second number. Okay, so user is going to enter the first number, which is going to be stored in the variable a, and then when he is going to enter the second number, that is going to be stored inside the variable number b. So first of all, we just want to perform the addition. So first of all, I'm just going to write if, and the choice is equal to 1, then you just have to print, and that is going to be a plus b. Okay, so we are just going to create, we are just going to add these 2 variables which are just inserted by the user. Elif choice is equal to 2, and when the choice is going to be 2, then we are just going to make the second, and that is going to be your subtraction. Okay, so second be a minus b. Okay, then similarly we are just going to take the elif third choice, elif choice is equal to 3. At that time we are just going to print, and that is going to be your multiplication. So we are just going to multiply a by b. Okay, Then when the choice elif choice is equal to 4, then we are going to work with division. So we are just going to a divided by b, simple operators. We are using arithmetic operators here. Then after that we are just going to write elif choice, and when the choice is going to be 5, so just you can see division, and the 5 choice is the remainder. So by the modulus operator, so we just going to use the modulus, that is just like the percentage symbol, so a modulus b, so that is going to print the remainder. Then elif choice is equal to 6, then we are going to print the square. Okay, we are just going to print the square. So here you can see we are just going to take the two variables, that is going to be a and b. So what we are going to do here, we are just going to make the square root of the a variable also and also of the b. Okay, so a into 2, and I'm just going to copy this, just going to go with elif choice is equal to 7, and that is going to be the cube root. So just I'm going to write cube, that is going to be the cube of first number and cube of second number. Okay, so similarly here just I'm going to write a into 3, and here also we are just going to change the 3. Okay, and when all these statements are not going to be satisfied, so we are just going to use the else word, and inside the else I'm going to print choice is invalid, enter between 1 to 6. Okay, we're having the 7 choices, so this is going to be executed. Okay, so what is the square? So if you talk about the 2, so 2 square is going to be 2 into 2, so that is going to be 4. And when you talk about the cube of the 2, so 2 into 2 into 2, so 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8. So what do you want? First of all, so just you are going to see with the addition, so we are just going to add some things. So I am going to take the first number as 10 and the second number as 20, and just see. So next thing we will go with the remainder. Okay, so I will take the remainder, and the first value I'm going to take is 20 and then 20, so the remainder is going to be 10. Okay, the next thing we are just going to take the square, so sixth number, so I'm going to enter the first number 2 and the 4, so you can just see 2 to the 4. And okay, so what's wrong with this? We just have written here a, so we just have to change it b, and here also similarly we are just going to change, that is going to be b. Okay, now let's see when I'm going to take again the square root 6 number, so we are going to give the 2 and 4, so you can see 2 to the 4, 4 for the 16. Okay, fine, and we are going to take again 4 and 2. Okay, 4 into 4 into 4, so 4 for the 16, 16 for the 64. So 2 into 2 into 2, 2 into 2 into 2, 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8. So it's properly showing us the output. So you will get the notes and source code inside the description. Thanks for watching this video.